Question number 1. Consider the following. Continued expansion of farming areas I. Double cropping existing farmland I. Using seeds with improved genetics. Which of the above statement are not the one of the 3 basic elements in the method of the Green Revolution? Right choice. None of the above is the best answer.
Question number 2. Which of the following statement is correct? Floors of cattle shade must be sloping cattle shade, should be without roof food, must have roughage cattles, must be brushed regularly.
Right again is a valid answer. Question number 3. Loss of food grain may occur due to grains are properly dried. Spraying of chemical to protect grains from fungus and insects. Grains are kept in moisture storage place have rats. Clear logic. Your choice C, D is sound and 100% true. Question number 4. When different types of crops are grown alternatively in the same field itis. Nice work. You chose crop rotation and it is correct. Question number 5. Which one of the following species of honeybee is an Italian species? You're right. Apis mellifera is the correct answer. Question number 6. Which one of the following nutrients is not available in fertilizers? Great thinking. Iron is the right choice. Question number 7. Productivity of crop may decrease due to which of the following reasons? Presence of insects on crops, disease. In crops, presence of weeds in the farm. Great job, and is the accurate answer.
Question number 8. One way of embodying desirable characters into crop varieties is.
Excellent choice. Hybridization is the right answer. Question number 9. For appropriate selection of seed, one must consider. Nicely done. All of these is a solid answer. Question number 10. He is known as the father of modern-day genetics. On track. Gregor Mendel is the correct answer. Question number 11. What process is shown in the illustration below? Excellent. Replication is a brilliant choice. Question number 12. DNA is often considered the dash of life. Sharp thinking. Blueprint is the right choice. Question number 13. In order to obtain a higher yield, farmers must undertake various agricultural practices. Which is the first step in this process? Smart pick. Preparation of soil is the correct choice. Question number 14. Poultry farming is undertaken to raise following egg production, feather production, chicken meat, milk production. Well done, and is the right choice. Question number 15. Norman Borlaug is associated with. Correct. Green Revolution is the right answer. Question number 16. Partially decomposed organic matters formed from animal waste and crop residue that is added to soil for increase in fertility. Valid point. Manures is true. Question number 17. Farmers grow legumes as fodder in one season and wheat in next season. This helped in the replenishment of the soil with the dash. Nice selection. Nitrogen is the correct and valid answer. Question number 18. Process of growing 2 or more crops simultaneously on the same field in a definite pattern. Alternative pattern is called. Well reasoned. Intercropping is the correct choice. Question number 19. Identify the type of manure. You chose compost worms, and it is correct. Question number 20. The branch of agricultural science dealing with production of field crops and management of the soil is called. Good job. Your answer agronomy works well here. Question number 21. Poultry farming is done for egg production, honey production, meat production, milk production. Perfect is the correct choice. Question number 22. What is the name given to crops obtained by introducing a gene that provides the desired characteristic? Correct response. Genetically modified crops is the most accurate answer. Question number 23. The practice of growing 2 or more crops simultaneously in definite rows in the same field is called as. Good thinking. Intercropping is the right answer. Question number 24. The Green Revolution in India was an introduction of high-yielding varieties of seeds for dash. Well picked. Wheat is the correct answer. Question number 25. Which irrigation system is best for a region with shallow groundwater and small landholdings? Exactly. Tank system makes sense and it is right choice. Question number 26. The force that keeps the body in a circular path and is acting towards the center is called. Strong choice. Centripetal force is the right answer. Question number 27. Crossing between genetically dissimilar plants to obtain crops having useful characteristics. Solid response. Hybridization is a valid choice. Question number 28. The technique of growing 2 or more different crops together in the same field is known as. Smart move. Mixed cropping is an accurate answer. Question number 29. Which animal-based practice gives economic return from both food and medicinal industry? Bravo. Beekeeping is the answer. Question number 30. Hybridization of which species of cow will give high immunity and high lactation period? You got it? Your choice brown Swiss Red Cindy is right. Question number 31. The desirable agronomic characters improved using crop variety programs are called. Well reasoned. Tallness and dwarfness is the correct choice. Question number 32. Which of the following sequences of processes correctly reflects the central dogma? Good thinking. Transcription, translation, protein synthesis is the right answer. Question number 33. Choose the incorrect option with respect to improvement factor in crop production. Correct response. Long maturity duration is the most accurate answer. Question number 34. Improving crop by introducing gene to provide desired characteristics is known as. Excellent choice. GMC is the right answer. Question number 35. A farmer uses sun hemp as a green manure before sowing wheat. What is the benefit? Valid point. Adds nitrogen to soil is true. Question number 36. Which of the following type of bees are found very less number in the beehive? You're right. Male bee is the correct answer. Question number 37. Dash are inorganic raw materials that are absorbed from soil by the plants are. You chose plant nutrients, and it is correct. Question number 38. Which feature makes a cereal crop suitable for multiple harvests in a year? On track. Short maturity duration is the correct answer. Question number 39. Growing of different crops on a piece of land in a pre-planned succession. Excellent. Crop rotation is a brilliant choice. Question number 40. What is the complementary MENA sequence to the DINA sequence at TTGCA? Great thinking. CDU is the right choice. Question number 41. What is the process of growing 2 or more crops in a definite pattern? Good job. Your answer intercropping works well here. Question number 42. In RANA, the nitrogen base dash replaces dash that was present in DINA. Exactly. You make sense and it is right choice. Question number 43. Which one of the following nutrients is not available in fertilizers? Great job. Iron is the accurate answer. Question number 44. Which one of the following species of honeybee is an Indian species? Sharp thinking. Apis cerana indica is the right choice. Question number 45. What positive impact has the Green Revolution had on food production? Clear logic. Your choice, increased food grain production, is sound and 100% true. Question number 46. Growing 2 or more crops but in the definite row pattern is known as? Strong choice. Intercropping is the right answer. Question number 47. Which cropping pattern best conserves soil and prevents weed spread? Nice work. You chose crop rotation and it is correct. Question number 48. Which of the following species of cow have high lactation period? You got it. Your choice Jersey is right. Question number 49. Which problem is best addressed by adopting watershed management? Right choice. Unpredictable water supply is the best answer. Question number 50. Which pair of nutrients is supplied by the atmosphere to plants? Well done. Carbon and oxygen is the right choice. Question number 51. Which type of irrigation sends water to the root zone of plants? Smart pick. Drip is the correct choice. Question number 52. What is the supplying of water to land through artificial means? Correct. Irrigation is the right answer. Question number 53. A farmer alternating wheat with leguminous crops is practicing. Well picked. Crop rotation is the correct answer. Question number 54. The element which is required in largest quantity by plants is? Nicely done. Nitrogen is a solid answer. Question number 55. In which of the following cells the vacuole is large in size? Right again. Plant cell is a valid answer. Question number 56. Rice, maize, sorghum. Provide us a dash for energy requirement. Smart move. Carbohydrate is an accurate answer. Question number 57. Which of the following plant provides us with essential fats? Bravo. Soybean is the answer. Question number 58. Plants have roots that take in water and nutrients from dash. Nice selection. Soil is the correct and valid answer. Question number 59. What does K in IMPEAK stand for in fertilizer package labels? Solid response. Potassium is a valid choice. Question number 60. There are some crops which are grown in rainy season called? Perfect. Kharif crops is the correct choice. Question number 61. What % of cropped area of India is still unirrigated? Good thinking. 45 is the right answer. Question number 62. What are the steps involved in crop production management?
on track? All of these is the correct answer.
Question number 63. Grains can be stored on a large scale in structures called.
Solid response. Both silos and granaries is a valid choice. Question number 64. Organic remains are fed by earthworms in pulverized state. Valid point, compost worms is true. Question number 65. The unwanted plants which grow with main crops are called. Strong choice. Weeds is the right answer. Question number 66. What is the name used to describe a mature male chicken? Correct response. Rooster is the most accurate answer. Question number 67. Which preventive practice helps reduce pest infestation? Right choice. Summer ploughing is the best answer.
Question number 68. Taking care of animals for meat, milk, and eggs is called.
Excellent choice. Animal husbandry is the right answer. Question number 69. Who is known as the father of white revolution in India? Right again. Dr. V. Kurian is a valid answer. Question number 70. Rainwater harvesting indirectly supports agriculture by. Correct. Improving groundwater availability is the right answer. Question number 71. Which one is an oil-yielding plant among the following? Well done. Sunflower is the right choice. Question number 72. Chickens raised for the production of meat are called. Sharp thinking. Broilers is the right choice. Question number 73. Find the odd one out with respect to species of bee. You chose Apis mellifera, and it is correct. Question number 74. Who is the father of green revolution in the world? Well picked. Norman Borlaug is the correct answer. Question number 75. The correct atomic symbol for the element cobalt is. Smart pick. Co is the correct choice. Question number 76. Which of the following is a correct classification? Bravo! Nitrogen macronutrient is the answer. Question number 77. Which of the following is known as energy currency? Great job. App is the accurate answer. Question number 78. Find the odd one out. Well reasoned. Fish is the correct choice. Question number 79. Nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium are examples of. Exactly. Fertilizers make sense, and it is right choice. Question number 80. Select one macronutrient pair for the plant growth. Smart move. Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium is an accurate answer. Question number 81. Which of the following is called colored plastid? Great thinking. Chromoplast is the right choice. Question number 82. Which of the following fishes are bottom feeders? Perfect. Common carp is the correct choice.
Question number 83. Which of the following is rich in carbohydrates?
Nicely done. Wheat is a solid answer. Question number 84. Who was the father of green revolution in India? Excellent. M.S. Swaminathan is a brilliant choice.
Question number 85. What are the building blocks of proteins called?
Good job. Your answer amino acids works well here. Question number 86.
the management and production of fish is called?
You're right. Fish farm is the correct answer.
Question number 87. Birds raised for the egg production are called? Nice work. You chose layers and it is correct. Question number 88. What is the other name for Apis cerana indica? Clear logic. Your choice Indian B is sound and 100% true. Question number 89. Which of the following digests food in amoeba? You got it. Your choice food vacuole is right. Question number 90. Which of the following is not macronutrient? Nice selection. Iron is the correct and valid answer. Question number 91. Dinner has a dash strand. Runner has a dash as strand. On track. Double a single is the correct answer. Question number 92. In which organelle does transcription occur? Correct. Nucleus is the right answer. Question number 93. Beekeeping is done to obtain dash from bees. Smart pick. Both 1 and 2 is the correct choice. Question number 94. How many nutrients are essential for plants? Right again. 16 is a valid answer. Question number 95. Basim, oats, or Sudan grass are examples of? Well picked. Fodder crops is the correct answer. Question number 96. Which among the following is the rabi crop? Valid point. Linseed is true. Question number 97. Vegetables, fruits, spices provides us dash. You got it. Your choice vitamins and minerals is right. Question number 98. Which bees collect nectar from the flowers? Great thinking. Worker bee is the right choice. Question number 99. Which one of the following is kharif crop? Nice selection. Soybean is the correct and valid answer. Question number 100. The place where bees are reared are called? Great job. Apiary is the accurate answer. Question number 101. Which one is not a source of carbohydrate? Nice work. You chose gram, and it is correct. Question number 102. M.S. Swaminathan is regarded as father of? Good job. Your answer, economic ecology, works well here. Question number 103. Root nodules of leguminous plants contain? Sharp thinking. Rhizobium is the right choice. Question number 104. Mullets, prawns, mussels are examples of? Smart move. Marine fishes is an accurate answer. Question number 105. Which organelle is not usually found in? Bravo. Nucleus is the answer. Question number 106. How will you control weeds in the field? Well done. All of these is the right choice. Question number 107. Fumigation in grain storage is done to? Excellent choice. Kill pests is the right answer. Question number 108. What is the duration of kharif season? Right choice. From June to October is the best answer. Question number 109. Cyperinus and Parthenium are types of? Excellent. Weeds is a brilliant choice. Question number 110. The principal cereal crop of India is? Solid response. Rice is a valid choice. Question number 111. Increase in edible oil production is? Perfect. Yellow revolution is the correct choice.
Question number 112. A molecule of DNA is made up of dash. You're right. Paired nucleotides is the correct answer.
Question number 113. Micronutrients required by plants in.
Correct response. Small quantities is the most accurate answer.
Question number 114. Which bees lay eggs in the beehive?
You chose queen bee. And it is correct.
Question number 115. Boom in poultry production is called? Well reasoned. Silver revolution is the correct choice. Question number 116. Kharif crops are grown from period? Nicely done. June to October is a solid answer. Question number 117. Put in order smallest to largest. Clear logic. Your choice gene na chromosome is sound and 100% true.
Question number 118. Can manure be used as fertilizer?
Exactly. Yes, makes sense and it is right choice.
Question number 119. What are photoperiods related to?
Strong choice. Duration of sunlight is the right answer.
Question number 1 to 20. Example of an oil-yielding plant.
Good thinking. Sunflower is the right answer.
Question number 121. What has green revolution led to?
Well reasoned. Increased food grain production is the correct choice.
Question number 122. Fertilizers are composed of dash.
Well done. Chemicals is the right choice.
Question number 123. Green revolution refers to dash.
Excellent choice. High yield variety program is the right answer.
Question number 124. It is not a way to improve crop.
Strong choice. Interchangeable fertilizers is the right answer.
Question number 125. Crop improvement can be done by.
You're right. Both 1 and 2 is the correct answer. Question number 126. Silver revolution is related to. You chose egg production, and it is correct.
Question number 127. Fertilizers do not contain dash.
Excellent. Iron is a brilliant choice.
Question number 128. Which one is nutrient specific?
Right again. Fertilizers is a valid answer.
Question number 129. Increase in milk production is.
Good job. Your answer white revolution works well here. Question number 130. Identify the macronutrient. You got it. Your choice sulfur is right.
Question number 131. Rohu and Katla are types of.
Nice work. You chose freshwater fish, and it is correct. Question number 132. Xanthium and Parthenium are. Smart pick. Weeds is the correct choice.
Question number 133. Improved quality crop means.
Great thinking. Good amount of nutrients is the right choice.
Question number 134. Name any 2 fodder crops.
Bravo. Berseem and Sudan grass is the answer.
Question number 135. Nutrients supplied from air.
Nicely done. Carbon, oxygen is a solid answer. Question number 136. Higher yield of crop means. Correct. More crop production is the right answer.
Question number 137. What does NEMPIG stand for?
Clear logic. Your choice nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium is sound and 100% true.
Question number 138. The full form of AP is...
Correct response. Adenosine triphosphate is the most accurate answer.
Question number 139. Genotype represents dash.
Great job. Your genetic makeup is the accurate answer.
Question number 140. Latin name of sodium is...
Well picked. Sodium is the correct answer.
Question number 141. Identify abiotic factor.
Solid response. Temperature is a valid choice.
Question number 142. Pasturage is related to...
Exactly. Beekeeping makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 143. Iron is a macronutrient.
Sharp thinking. False is the right choice.
Question number 144. Name 2 kharif crops.
Valid point. Paddy and maize is true.
Question number 145. Ammonium sulfate is a...
Good thinking. Inorganic is the right answer.
Question number 146. Which one is rabi crop?
Smart move. Mustard is an accurate answer.
Question number 147. Leghorn is related to...
Right choice. Poultry is the best answer.
Question number 148. D is an example of...
On track. We decide is the correct answer.
Question number 149. Pulses are rich in...
Nice selection. Proteins is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 150. Fertilizers cause...
Perfect. Water pollution is the correct choice.
Question number 151. Macronutrient.
Valid point. Nitrogen is true.
Question number 152. Kharif crop is...
Right choice. Rainy season crop is the best answer.
Question number 153. Urea is a dash.
Excellent choice. Fertilizer is the right answer.
Question number 154. Rabi crop is...
Correct response. Winter crop is the most accurate answer.
Question number 155. Manures are...
Nicely done. Biodegradable is a solid answer.
Question number 156. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format.
Strong choice. Contact Narayan Changder on Facebook is the right answer.